All right, so we do have a questions spreadsheet that you guys can ask any questions to if you guys think of anything after the presentation. We will take questions at the end. Little introductions here. My name is Liberty Smith. I'm the HAF program manager, and I'll shoot it over to Corinne.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Corinne Livers, and I'm the Economic Security Programs Administrator for the department. And we are small in number, but Liberty has great information for us today. So I will hand it off to Sarah.
Hello, I'm Sarah Griffin, and I am the Administrative Assistant on the HAF program.
Gail, you want to go?
I'm Gail Anders. I'm a servicing consultant for the HAF program.
All right, well, that's our team. So if you are shooting us any questions, emails, that will all be one of us helping you out. Go ahead and go to the next question. Yep. So we got $50 million from the U.S. Department of Treasury through the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021. We did hard launch the program last year in April, May-ish, I believe. We do plan on using all of our funds, and if you go to the next screen, we'll talk about expenses we allow. So we will pay mortgage delinquencies, utility delinquencies, property tax delinquencies, homeowner insurance delinquencies, or HOA due delinquencies. The only non-delinquent expense that we will pay is up to 3 consecutive months of mortgage assistance. Our cap is $17,000, and this is a one-time award. So we will pay one case per household up to $17,000, and all payments will go to a servicer or a vendor. So whether that's your mortgage company, the county for your property tax, etc. Who is eligible? You must have not received a HAF award before, so this is a one-time grant. Your property must be located in Wyoming. It must be your primary residence. It must be permanently affixed to the property, so no mobile homes. It does have to be between 1 and 4 units. Condos are okay, and it must be a single family home. As far as income eligibility is concerned, we do use area median income. This is your annual income, and it's 150% or below. So if you have a 3-person household in Laramie County, your total household income needs to be $126,250 a year or less. This is on our website, and 2023 income eligibility will come out towards the end of April. You must have experienced a COVID-related financial hardship after the 21st of January, 2020. So this can be loss of employment, reduced hours, higher expenses, whatever your specific COVID-related financial hardship is. We will not pay second mortgages, HELOC loans, reverse mortgages, anything like that, first mortgages only. And you must not sell the property within 6 months of receiving assistance. If you are going through bankruptcy, if you've already filed for it, you must get this form filled out by your bankruptcy attorney or your mortgage servicer, up to you. So now we're going to get into how to apply. This is the link that you will use to apply. And again, I'm going to send this slideshow out to everybody, so everybody will have this as a resource. List of required documents. We need a valid photo ID, proof of income, utility statement, your delinquent statement for whatever assistance you're applying for, and your mortgage statement for your next forward month, if that's what you're requesting. Please try to scan these documents in if you can. Mobile phone camera, like screenshots and photos, tend to not be the best quality, so that's just a good rule of thumb, is to scan things in. So this is going to be a look at what our application looks like. I'm going to take it step by step. So you click on the apply now link, you go to create an application, you're going to get this screen, your user registration, name, email, click next. You'll get this prompt, it says verify your email. This is what the email looks like. You'll either click here or click that link and it'll prompt you to set up a password. Then you will log in with your username and that password that you just created. Your username is your email. Then you will click start a new application. This is our general information screen. So this includes our income, our cap. You need to have all of your documentation. Your application needs to be filled out completely. Please read this before clicking I understand and next. Your pre-screening page is the first page of information that you will really fill out. There are two bottoms at the box. The next screen is going to show us the top box. That is your COVID impact. So this is, I lost my job, I have reduced hours, so I'm not making as much money as I used to, increased expenses overall, that kind of stuff. The box underneath that one is a please describe. So this will be your COVID attestation. You do not necessarily need to provide a proof of COVID attestation, like a hospitalization bill, etc. This will be the box where you type your attestation. I lost my job due to COVID-19, and now I'm struggling to pay my bills, something like that. The box under that one is going to be where you choose, and I'm sorry, I did not put a screenshot of that in here, but it's where you will choose the expenses that you're applying for. So there should be 6 boxes: delinquent mortgage, utility, HOA dues, insurance, property tax, and then up to 3 months of forward mortgages. You must click the box on the pre-screening page in order for your mortgage details or your utility details screen to populate later on. If you don't click it on the pre-screening page, you won't be able to add your information for it later on. This is the eligibility screen, just shows you based on the information you provided, you may be income eligible. So this doesn't test any other types of eligibility. This is just them telling you that you're probably at or below that 150% AMI. Your applicant details will be the main applicant. So whoever is filling out the application, this will be your details. And then on the next screen, it will have other household members. This will be the other household members. So this is where you will add your spouse, your kids, your grandma, whoever lives with you. Add them here, and you'll add a line per household member, their information. And then you will be asked to enter income for everyone. So your kids, your grandma, everybody that you added on household members will populate on the income screen. So you will add income for everyone. Anyone that doesn't make income, you just enter 0. And just a note real quick that says 2021 total AGI. This is now 2022. We are no longer accepting 2021 tax returns. This is just another screen of what your income will look like. This is the mortgage details screen. If you chose delinquent utilities or the other expenses, a screen similar to this will also populate, but you'll enter your mortgage provider, how much are you delinquent, what's your monthly payment, and where you see it's highlighted forward mortgage details, max of 3 consecutive months. This is where you will choose March, April, May. Do you have the statement right now? Yes or no? Upload the statement if you do have it at the end. This is where you will upload all of your documents. If it has a red asterisk, it is required. If it is not a red asterisk, it's not required. But if you want to add any more supporting documents, feel free. Once you do that, you will, this is another document screen. Once you do all of your documents, your application is complete. You will electronically sign that everything that you just entered is true and accurate. Please read these screens. And once you click I agree, electronically sign it and click next, you will get the certification screen. If you are required to attend housing education, this screen will give you the contact information for both of our housing education agencies. You will pick one and you will give them a call. This is what your application received email will look like. It'll give you a case number, application number, case number. If you are reaching out to our call center, to me, to our homeowner.assistance email address, you will need your case number. So please keep this handy if you have any questions for us. Once you certify it, complete it, sign it, you will get another email that is for DocuSign. You'll click review documents and then you'll go in there and sign it. If there are more than one co-borrowers on an application, both of you will get it. So head of household, person who was the main applicant, applicant details, you will get the DocuSign email, you'll sign it, complete it, then it will go to your spouse, your mom, whoever the co-signer on the loan is. If there's only one co-signer or if there's only one borrower and you don't have any co-signers, you will just get one email. This is the housing education form. So if you owe more than $17,000 in arrears, or you cannot make payments moving forward, you will have to go to housing education. You will pick the place that you want to go. We have one in Casper, one in Cheyenne. It is up to you. You can do it in person, over the phone. You will fill out this form with your housing educator, and we will pen your case and hold the funds that you applied for 15 business days. If you do not complete this requirement within those days, your application will cancel and you will have to reapply. This is going to go into data transfer. This is for the mortgage servicer side. So this is what they see when you apply, just to give you a general idea. So the top box that you see will be all of the information that you provided us. The bottom, or the middle and the bottom box, will be returned by your mortgage servicer. They have 30 days to return this to us, and we do expect the figure they return to us to be good through the next 30 days. So we send that, you apply, we send that last email, they respond to us, we submit a payment, then we send them this email that says, this is the person that you verified, we sent the payment amount, here's the payment, here's the check number, all the information that you will need, and then we need them to respond to us to say that they are now current, they're in foreclosure, etc. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to talk to your servicer about it. Feel free to reach out to us. We do keep a record of all the emails that we send out to them. But other than that, if you guys have any questions, concerns, or anything in general, you can email us at homeowner.assistance@wyo.gov. You can call our call center, which is 1-888-WYO-HAF-P. They're open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, and they will return voicemails within 24 to 48 hours. If you do not leave a voicemail, they will not give you a call back. So please remember to leave a voicemail with your case number.
Now I will go into the chat and see what questions we have, and then I will open it up. Tom, about the firewood, it is not an eligible expense because it would have to be delinquent, and we couldn't think of a scenario where a firewood bill would be delinquent.
Had a question. I've had a couple of folks that were confused on that pre-screening because they are not delinquent yet. Are they supposed to select that very first option? Because it does say that for delinquent mortgages when they're just applying for forward payments.
No, they would just click the last box.
The last box.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then I was assuming that we're doing at least 30 days for income verification. Is that correct? Or were they wanting more than just 30-day history?
It's 2 pay stubs or a W-2, I believe.
Thank you very much.
Yep. And Nicole says, if we need to apply for April, May, and June, we just submit the application now for April and May and then add June when it opens up. So no, you can only apply one time. When you hit submit, those are the expenses that we are reviewing. Those are the expenses we will pay if you're approved. You cannot add anything after submitting. So right now we're having a little bit of an IT issue. And so right now you will apply for March, April, May. We will submit March's payment in March, but since you already paid for March, that will be for April. April's will be submitted or April's submission will be for May and May's submission will be for June. We're trying to fix it right now so that you can, so let's say March, it's March 13th. A lot of you guys have already paid your mortgage. It'll say March, April, May, June. You will still only be able to pick 3 of them, but we're working on an IT fix for that right now. So for right now, March, April, May. Can you apply for both forward and delinquent payments? Yes. So you have up to $17,000 and 1 application. So if you're $10,000 delinquent, your monthly mortgage payment is $1,000. We will pay the $10,000 and then the 3 $1,000 mortgage payments if you're approved. Are the forward payments paid as a full amount or monthly? We are paying the forward amounts monthly. So we'll pay March. Once we approve the case, you'll get an email that says, hey, once you get your April statement, upload it. You upload it, we review it, we pay April. Once we approve April, you'll get another email that says, hey, once you get your May statement, upload it, we'll review it, we'll approve it. If there are payment changes during the approved 3 months due, we just send an email to the state. Yvonne, are you asking if your monthly mortgage payment increases or decreases like months down the road? Is that what you're asking?
Yes, yeah. So let's say they're approved for like March, April, May, and then there's an escrow change in maybe May or April. In midway before they receive the last payment, do we just send an email to the email provided, letting them know that there was a payment change? So the state can update the payment amount that's going to be sent for future payments.
Go ahead,
Your
take that.
statement should reflect the new payment change. And then we go off the statement they submit. So if there's payment changed in April, their April payment will show that new payment amount and it would be paid.
Okay.
Yes, so rather than emailing the mortgage servicers like we do with delinquency, we're going to pay what your April mortgage payments or statement says. Have you heard if we are going to open up the forward payments to previous applicants only? We have not started that discussion yet since we just opened up for forward mortgage, but I can definitely take it to the team. Let me write this one down. All right, I will put it on our discussion list.
There's also another question. Do we pay late fees if the forward mortgage is paid after the due date?
So if we are so when we get into the final review, it's called quality control review. Once we get into quality control review, we will determine, like, let's say it's the 13th of the month. We know that your late fee is going to be on that payment by the time that we submit that payment. So we do include it then, but let's say we submit your mortgage payment on the 3rd of March, we're not going to apply a late payment for that. And Nicole says that the COVID attestation doesn't allow you a lot to type. We don't need a ton, but if you would feel more comfortable giving us everything, you can write it out on a piece of paper, sign it, and upload it as an attachment at the end of the application process. Sorry. How long is the HAF program going to last? We do not know as of right now. We will be open until we spend our money or until administrative funds out and we can no longer run the program on the admin side. How much of the 50 million was used for your work/administration? We were using 10% and we just got approved to use 15% of our funds for administrative because we are not spending as much money on programmatic costs as we would like to. We realized that not everybody was going delinquent. A lot of people were working really hard and spending their last dollars to make sure that they aren't going delinquent. That's why we opened up to forward mortgage payments. So we are doing our best to get as much money to Wyoming homeowners as possible. Tom also asked, is firewood considered a utility? The federal document seems to include it. My understanding is no, that is not considered a utility. It does not 100% specify in the federal guidelines, so I can reach out to our contacts at the federal me just make a note real quick, at the federal level and ask them if that is something that they consider allowable, and I can reach back out to you about that. Actually, Tom, would you mind sending homeowner.assistance@wyo.gov? Would you mind sending us an email with that so that I can reach back out to you once I get an answer? And then Tom also asked, do people on Social Security qualify for HAF funds? Whether or not you're on Social Security does not qualify or disqualify you. We have like your property, your income level, like a lot of other things go into determining eligibility, but yes and no, it depends on your specific scenario. And then Carrie asks, is the AMI income requirements gross income or adjusted gross income? It is gross, I believe. I'm not sure what adjusted gross is, to be completely honest. If the applicants do not use the $17,000 after the 3 forward payments, can they apply for a 4th month? The answer is no. We are a $17,000 one-time grant, so you can use up to $17,000 on one application, one time. So you submit an application, you submit for your delinquent mortgage, you submit for your delinquent utility, and up to 3 months forward mortgage. That's only $15,000. It is still one case. That is it. You cannot come back again. One-time grant. All right, Danielle.
Hi. Okay, so I applied months ago, and of course I wasn't delinquent. So the information that I got back was that I had to be delinquent, and I don't believe that I filled out the whole application. I think I had some trouble with the application, and then I called, and then whoever I talked to said, no, you have to be delinquent. Then I got the email saying that you guys were going to do the forward, and that was great. So then I tried to log back into the system, and now I'm having so much trouble trying to even log in. It keeps putting me in this loop for forgot password. And so I've been calling the 1-800 number, and the gals that I've been talking to, they don't really know what to do. And so finally today, the gal I was talking to said she would put it up to the up, or, raise the level up. But I don't think I even finished my application. So could I possibly just start over again?
Yeah, you can start over. So we were denying applications for not being delinquent. Anyone that was denied for not being delinquent, or I mean, even if you're denied, you can appeal it, you can apply again. We might tell you you're still not eligible, but in your case, it sounds like you might be eligible. So go ahead, reapply. If you can't get into your thing, if you're comfortable with it, you can make a new application or like a new account with a new email address. If you would like to keep your same account, go ahead and email homeowner.assistance@wyo.gov. So I have your email, and I can send it to our tech people and see if they can send you a reset password. I know tech stuff can be pretty difficult sometimes.
Yeah, it just keeps putting me into a loop. And so all my trouble is just trying to get into the website. And so I don't even know what I'm just gonna, yeah. So you think I should just email you? Is that what you said? Homeowner assistant at that. And what's your first name again, just so I can address it?
My name's Liberty Smith. I am the program manager, so I'll give you all my personal or my work email and my office number as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course. I'll have our tech people try and reset it, because sometimes that forgot your password does send you into a loop. And real quick, if anybody wants to take my information down, here, I'll just put it in the chat real quick. And if you own your home, can you still qualify for property tax and utility relief? Yes, if you are delinquent on those items. So if you own your home, you have a reverse mortgage, you are still eligible for the other expenses, is what we call them: utility, homeowner insurance, HOA dues, and property taxes, as long as they're delinquent. If it is not a delinquent payment, so past 30 days due, it is not eligible. So your payments due the first day. Once you're 15 days late, it's considered past due, technically. That's usually the technical term that they use. And then once you are 30 days late, you are considered delinquent. So you do have to be 30 or more days late on your payment in order to be eligible.
Okay.
All right. Are there any other questions before we get off here?
Yeah, I have one more.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, if your home is not in delinquent payments, you said something about a forward payment for 3 months. Now, do those payments have to be delinquent?
No, so the only forward or prospective ongoing payments we will pay is up to 3 consecutive months of mortgage payments. So let's say you applied today, you would get March, April, May's mortgage payment paid if you're approved.
Okay, and so they don't, there's no delinquency involved in that one.
No, so we have 6 things that we will pay. We'll pay, and these are delinquent, this is not. We'll pay a delinquent mortgage, delinquent homeowners insurance, delinquent property taxes, delinquent HOA dues, delinquent utilities, I think I hit all of those. And then the one thing that we will pay that does not need to be delinquent is up to 3 months of mortgage payments. And they do have to be consecutive months. So it can't be June, August, December. It has to be March, April, May, June, July.
Okay.
Yep. All right, and I'll clarify one more thing before we get off here. We have to verify your delinquent mortgage with your servicer. We
Right.
send them an email. They tell us how much you guys are delinquent. For the forward mortgage, it goes much faster. What we do is you give us a mortgage statement. We pay the amount that your mortgage statement says your monthly payment is due. March is paid. Then you upload your April mortgage payment or monthly mortgage statement. We pay what your April mortgage payment is. Next, same thing with May. So that one is a little bit faster of a process. So if some of you guys are seeing a quicker turnover rate than maybe some of your friends are, some other people that you know, that could be what it is.
Okay. So because I'm trying to write notes. So the question I asked about the property tax, the HOA fees, insurance, and that it's basically 30 days or more that have to be delinquent.
Correct. And if you are applying for delinquencies, your forward mortgage, everything has to be submitted on one application. It all has to be done at the same time. You can't say, oh, well, this is delinquent, so I really want to get this in right now, and then I'll get my forward mortgage months in later, or vice versa. Everything has to be submitted at the same time, or we cannot pay it if it's not on the same application.
Okay.
All right, well, if there are no questions, I will email this out to everybody who registered for this event, just so you have it in your pocket in case you have any questions or you want to refer back. But other than that, I hope you guys all have a great night, and thank you so much for joining us today.